Are you expecting another monster game from Caleb here against the Raiders?
I am, and I'm drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit. And I can point to like the Raiders defense the last 2 weeks has been bad, and Caleb has feasted on bad defenses both against the Cowboys last week and against the bad defenses he played last year. I can make the numerical argument for you guys, but you mentioned there that today, a couple hours ago, Caleb Williams was named the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And that is it's the first time that he's done it. It's not the biggest accomplishment in the world. But I just wanted to play you guys a clip because this has come out since you guys have been on the air. Ben Johnson met the media.
Oh, wow.
And Ben Johnson kind of gave us a little bit of insight into how Caleb reacted to receiving this award. Take a listen.
Can't wait for this.
Kudos to him. You know, he won Offensive Player of the Week there for the NFC, and he came in today and completely unfazed by it. You know, I tried to recognize him in front of the group, and he wasn't having it. You know, it's very stoic, and he's already on to the next game. He knows he needs to have an even better performance here this week to give us the best chance to win.
Back-to-back Offensive Player of the Week on the board. Wilds, I think it is. Locked in.
Brew, how did that land?
Locked in.
Ben?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. How did it land for you? You're the only one reacting to it.
You don't like that?
That he was stoic?
Oh, yeah, locked in.
Because he got Offensive Player of the Week. What was he expecting?
I'll just say thank you, a little speech, a little congratulations.
You give a speech
just, you know,
for winning. First of all, I'm sorry because I don't even know. Do you actually get a piece of hardware, or is it just like a text message? Do you actually even get any?
Hold on.
And J.J. McCarthy, I don't even know who won week 2.
No, we do know because we made a big deal about it. Because it was everyone who played the Bears.
That's
right.
Oh, yes.
We made a big. It was J.J. McCarthy, Jared Goff, and Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. Yeah. Now it's just a bear.
I mean, congratulations.
Thank you.
I say it totally sarcastically.
I'll take
you
it.
guys are so hungry and thirsty for any sort of acknowledgement.
That's right.
It's like our show. Like if we win one tiny Webby award, we would have it up.
Did we win an award?
No, not yet.
No. I didn't even get nominated.
Are you black on the earth?
Mr. Beast.
That's weird. I think that's.
By me or by Ben Johnson and Caleb?
I think it's weird. I don't even think it deserves a mention. I think it's odd.
Wait, what do you mean?
It doesn't deserve a mention that you get?
I'm confused.
I mentioned it, but I'm surprised. Like, man, he walked in here stoic.
Hold on. I don't know if you heard what he said. He said that at the team meeting, he tried to.
Ben Johnson.
Like Ben Johnson tried to basically acknowledge Caleb in front of the group for winning Offensive Player of the Week, and that Caleb basically brushed it off. Like, of course he would mention in front of the
I wouldn't think there would be any other behavior.
Okay, all right.
What do you want?
I liked it.
Well, you popping bottles, have like ladies come in with the sparklers.
You can't stand Ben Johnson.
No, I don't know what the standard response is.
Well, evidently, I don't know. I guess Ben Johnson was.
Hey, you got an offensive player. Oh, yeah, let's go. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Round of applause, tip of the cap, thanks to the offensive line. But no, he's locked in on the Raiders.
Well, I don't know.
Big game coming.
Maybe.
Since he's locked, he needs to have a big game. You hate to see him take a step back. And last week against Knicks Raiders, Marcus Mariota, first start in 3 years, Miles, goes out there and cooks. 15 for 21, 118 passer rating, just one touchdown. But still, if you can't, Marcus Mariota can go cook, but you can't, he needs to go cook. I'm not saying do what he did last week, but he should have a good game. It would be very disappointing if he plays poorly and he doesn't have to have an awesome game, but don't play poorly and have a step back.
Listen, I've said it before the last game. They needed to go 2-0 in this stretch. Like, it's a bigger game for the team than for Caleb.
Yep.
That's correct. This is we didn't do it. It must win. But this is a definitional must-win for the Bears. You win this.
And for your Raiders.
I understand, but we're not talking about the Raiders right now. We need to start blocking people. Yeah. If the Bears win this game, they go into their bye week live. Go into their bye week, we're 2-2. We steadied ourselves. We had that embarrassing week 2 loss, and then, you know what I mean, we got right, and now we had
felt like they should have beat the Vikings in week 1.
Right. We had that. We had week 1, we blew it. Week 2, we get annihilated by Detroit. We feel a little less bad about that psychologically because we just saw Detroit run all over Baltimore. We then beat Dallas, beat the Raiders, and then extra week to prepare for a team that I think, if the Bears, which I think they do, have playoff hopes. I picked them to make the playoffs. I think Brew did. The Commanders are going to be the type of team that is trying to kind of fighting for that same real estate. So that becomes a huge spot. You lose this game, and then it does feel like, all right, everybody gets fat and happy against the Cowboys. What did it mean? So I do think this is a huge spot.
Yeah, it is a huge spot for them. I just want to kind of talk real fast about the award. We don't have to make something out of nothing. It just, any player in that situation would have been like, oh, dude, don't bring that. Like, okay, great, I got it. Like, just can we just move on? To try to act like that's something special really is kind of absurd. And it really is absurd that Dan even brought it up, or I don't know, even that Ben Johnson brought it up. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's unless they asked him specifically, like, oh, he got the award. How did that land or something? Then I could understand it. But it's just, and I'm a huge Ben Johnson supporter and Caleb Williams supporter, but it's just like, yeah, like it's a weird thing to even like just have a conversation about right now, honestly. But before we get into it too much, please, Chicago Bears fans, please do subscribe to this video. And please watch the video in its entirety, as that is hands down the best possible way to support this channel, to help encourage it to grow and become the community that I know it can become. I am trying to build something so awesome, something that we all just are so beyond excited to be part of, and I want to build something, and I truly believe that that is firmly established in this sports talk world. And I think we're already on the path to doing it, and so please subscribe, please watch the videos in their length. Again, that is the best possible way to support what we're doing. Thank you so much. But in terms of the Chicago Bears right now, we have this obsession with these monster games. Expect another monster game. A monster game. And it's just like, I just want clean games. I feel like I've been saying this so much recently. I just want to see clean games. Just want to see high-level play. High-level play does not always need to be a monster game. 350 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Like, it's not what it's always about. I want to see the Bears go in there. And also, let's be fair, it should just not only be about Caleb, right? Like, I want to see this team as a whole continue just to play at a high level, at a clean level. Maybe people are sleeping on the Raiders. The Raiders have definitely had a weird go at it in the first few weeks of their of their season right now. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back. I don't think this Raiders team is completely terrible. We can even see the spread's only 1.5, so it's like nothing outrageous. There's not any of the situations where the Bears are just expected to just come over there and absolutely steamroll the Raiders. And yeah, Marcus Mariota played well against the Raiders, but that game, Marcus Mariota wasn't the story of that game, honestly. And he's a seasoned veteran, and he didn't start in 3 years, but he played last year a bunch. He took over when Jaden got injured against the Panthers and whatnot. Like, so he played. It's not like he just hasn't done anything, and he's been with Cliff Kingsbury now for a bit of time. So it was always a lot easier for him to integrate into that offense. A lot easier than I think people actually understand. But obviously, this Raiders team is a team that is completely beatable and shouldn't be doing anything that should give Caleb Williams that much of an issue in a way where you're just like, oh, dude, that they just come on, man. That was just a great defensive stand against Caleb. What did you want him to do in that moment? And I also imagine that Ben Johnson is going to be able to have a lot of success against this Raiders defense. And so the real question is will this the Chicago Bears defense be able to stop Geno Smith and this Raiders offense and then just maintain the control of this game? And that's why I want to see the success of Caleb Williams in these moments when we are in the fourth quarter, when the score is 214 or something, and seeing how Caleb Williams continues to respond and continues to react to these moments in the flow of the game. I think we've seen him succeed a ton in those moments, and I think we've seen him not succeed in those moments. And so those are the things that I want to kind of continue to see him, get after, and just have the sense that he's feeling a lot more at ease with the flow of the game, with the flow of Ben Johnson's offense. And like I keep saying, that doesn't automatically equate to just a monster game. I fear that if someone like Caleb Williams has a game where he throws for a touchdown for 235 yards and, and they're just like, how was that game? Was that going backward, Marcus Mariota? And it's just like it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Not every game is about just feasting. So, but I mean, it does feel like the Bears have the momentum and the Raiders have none of the momentum. But listen, the Raiders are well coached. Geno Smith is a seasoned veteran. I wouldn't be surprised to see if you get a great punch from the Las Vegas Raiders here. What that exactly looks like right now from the Raiders, I don't really know. I really don't. I'll be interested to see, because if I was making a Raiders clip right now, I would say, hey, the Bears, listen, you've had to play some tough teams. You had to play the Chargers, and the Chargers are our top team in the NFL, right? Like, and you've had a couple losses and a couple tough, go at it right now. But like, listen, you're going up against a young quarterback, his fourth game with his new coach, et cetera, et cetera. Like this is a team that you could, work against. This is a team that, that you could see yourselves in their league, relatively speaking. And so what can you do? What type of effort can you do? Because your season is in balance right now and you're at home right now, right? So what can you do in this moment? And so I'm interested to see what we see from the Raiders. It's gonna tell me a lot about both teams right now. I always talk about barometer games and clarity games, and this is, weirdly enough, a barometer game for me, because if I see the Bears really take care of business from the Raiders, you're like, okay, they have this floor of, we take care of the teams that are not on our level. The teams that are not on our level, the teams that you're like, oh, maybe they kind of are, like you can see a cover of 1.5 and they're like, no, you don't understand who we are right now. You still think that we're a mixture of last year just with the new coaching staff. That's not the case. We are a better team. We are a team that knows how to get done. We are a team that knows how to build momentum. And then, going into the bye week and then going against the Commanders, who are banged up. Terry McLaurin's injured. Jaden Daniels has been limited in practice in his day-to-day. Obviously a couple weeks from now can change a lot of things, but, it's not necessarily a team right now, the Commanders, that they've been able to play healthy, complete games all together. Like, their flow has been disrupted this season, and then that's another great place for the Bears to prove, hey, if you're not firing at all cylinders, if you're having a rough go at it, if you have players that are in and out of the lineup, et cetera, those are all advantages for us. And all we need is a couple advantages, and we take care of it, man. We take care of it. That's what good and great teams do. So there's just a lot to learn over these next few weeks. And so a game like this, I find, sneaky interesting, actually. Sneaky interesting for both teams, honestly. But, especially for the Bears and Caleb Williams. But I do think it's a little shame that it is just constantly like, expect another monster game from Caleb. Like, I don't know, like, what other quarterback are we saying that about right now? Expect Jalen Hurts to lead another monster fourth quarter comeback. It's like, I don't know. You expect Justin Herbert to have another MVP performance? Like, I don't know. Josh Allen, and it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, let's just see how the style of game unfolds. Let's just see what the Chicago Bears need to ask of Caleb Williams against the Raiders right now, because we don't know. Okay, so let's just wait and see. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Caleb Williams? Are you expecting another monster game? And how do you feel about the Bears versus the Raiders in general? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it, And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.